All right, so we have the 43X. We have the Glock Gen 3 mags. I already put about 120 rounds through these things already. I'm sweating my nuts off out here, so don't mind my my gun being disgusting. I do notice when you go to rack it, it has like a slight tendency on the first round to do that. But here, real quick, we'll just kind of dump the magazine. This is the 43X mag, so we'll try this real quick. So that's one of the Gen 3s. We have another Gen 3s. You can tell the ridges in the back. Now, I'm going to show you guys real quick. It kind of has sluggish going in, as you saw that there. So we'll do a couple draws from the holster, and we'll go from there.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the bench. So today we're going to talk about the Gen 3 Shield Arms mags versus the Gen 2s, how I've been enjoying the Gen 3s so far. I'm actually very surprised at that. We'll talk about the difference between the Gen 2s and the Gen 3s and a couple of other things. But first, huge thank you to Brownells. Brownells did send out these magazines for review, so we are going to review them. This is not a review today. This is a general overview and how I've been doing so far. I've got about 400 rounds for these mags total right now, and then these two Gen 2 mags have got probably 1,000-ish, 1,300 rounds through here. So I'm not having too much hiccups with these anymore. Actually, I haven't had a hiccup since I replaced this one. So I have not had a single hiccup. This one was having issues, but it was more or less like feeding issues, and I did polish the feed ramp on my Glock, and that fixed this. So that's just all that is. I think it just had an issue on the feeding lip or whatever with that. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not a gunsmith. I just play one online. Anyway, getting into the Gen 2s. The Gen 2s were not reliable at first. The first 15 rounder, no matter what I did, I could not get it to work. I polished the feed ramp. I did everything I could. I could not get it to work. I was testing it alongside this one. Both of them were having a lot of issues, like just a lot of feeding issues and just stuff like that. There was no issue there once it all happened. Now, a lot of people did comment, and they were like, oh, well, your screw is going into here, and it's blocking this. No, because with my 10-round mags, I wasn't getting any issues other than ammo-related failures. I was not getting any issues, and I did have a lot of crap ammo from, that lovely two-year time period. So, getting into all of that, I have not necessarily, since I replaced the 15-round mag, which was out of spec, and I've replaced this, I have not had any real failures here. They've been used, they've been dropped in the dirt. I dropped this one in the dirt a couple times on purpose, loaded and unloaded, just to kind of test everything out, and it's been working. So the Gen 2s are now what I would consider to be reliable so far. I'll probably go pick up some more. I'm going to tell you guys right now, they have a service life. I don't know how much longer these are going to last. I do train a lot with these. I would say total on the gun, I have about 2,000 rounds on the gun with these mags. It's a lot of reloading, I know, but I have shot these a ton. I go through ammo like more than I go through underwear. It's ridiculous. And I'll tell you guys, it's one of those things that's extremely costly. But I do like these mags. I will say in the back of my mind, I've always had that what if, what's going on, anything like that. And then what I come to find out is Shield Arms is releasing their Gen 3 mags. Now, if you'll take a look here, we'll go through this. The Gen 3 mags have these ridges on the back to prevent more of that slop, which apparently the slop was causing the magazine to kind of take a nosedive, which was causing the rounds to get stuck going up into the feed ramp. Now, I did polish my feed ramp, so that probably was an issue. Maybe because the feed ramp just had some sort of burr or something. I have no idea. But I did polish my feed ramp, and then once that happened, I didn't have any more issues with these magazines. But as you can tell, there's quite a bit of difference in the wear here. like 400 rounds versus a couple thousand on these. I mean, these things were abused, and they were abused a lot. And I'm not trying to be rude. I did abuse them because I do want to see how they're going to work. But the Gen 3s, they still have that ridge along the front. They have both sides, your left and right hand capable. I know a lot of people were talking about how they think me swapping the magazine release was the issue. I don't foresee that being the problem. I don't see how, if you can some sort of way finagle that in your brain to make you think that that's exactly what could happen. Sure, by all means. I don't see that happening. And then along with the optic screw, when I put the optic on, I test. There's no issue. Like I pull the back plate off, you look down in there, and the screw is not protruding into there. It's just not happening. With the factory hollow sun screw, yes, but I went ahead when I first got this thing. I got a CH-PWS plate, and that's what I put in there. I know some dude on the internet is going to be upset at CH-PWS. I know it because he's mad and he's angry and he's talking about how terrible they are. You can go look at that video. I don't know why people get mad at CH-PWS, or let me say this. I don't really care why people are mad at CH-PWS. I haven't had an issue. If I run into an issue, I'll let you guys know. But that plate has not cracked, has not moved, has not shifted zero, nothing. And I've done a lot of stuff to that. But anyway, side tangent over, the Gen 3 mags are very nice. I will say, 400 rounds, not a single hiccup. I did run 10 rounds through each of these with hollow point ammunition. So I was running the 115 grain FTX Hornady and then the 124 grain Federal Punch. And then I still have to test these 147 grain HSTs, which I will test at some point, but the Federal Punch and these are brass case. The HSTs are nickel plated. So I will probably run the HSTs soon. I'm going to load up a couple full mags and go out to the range and test those next time. So that way I have that. And I will make sure to bring my defensive ammo so that way we can do that. And then I just got to order some more because I am running low on defensive ammo. This Hornady Critical Defense has actually surprised me. It has very soft recoil. So if you're ever out there and you're looking and you want something like this 115 grain FTX brass case stuff, not terrible. On recoil, I don't know how well it does in expansion or anything like that, but you know, who am I? I just play a doctor on the internet. The profile has not changed very much between both of these. Between both of these, the front area here looks identical. Everything in the back looks virtually identical. I think maybe the profile might be a little different. And then you can see here, they have the back there, whereas these were like, I don't know what you would call that. They're smooth, and then these have the ridges to prevent the wiggle. Other than that, these have been good so far. This is not a review. I can't give it a review. I'm not going to even claim that. I still need more time with these magazines. I'm going to get a few more. I'm going to test them out specifically because I like them. Now, a lot of people are talking about the PSA mags. I do have a couple of those my buddy has loaned me to test, but I don't know if I'm going to get to those soon, so I might be giving them back to him. We'll figure it out. I'll probably get some more anyway. I'm going to test those along with these, and we'll kind of see. They're about the same price point for the mags. You just get metal mags. Those you get metal and polymer. With these, they're just straight metal and the polymer base plates. And then I probably will pick up a 20 rounder of the Gen 3s too, because I want to test one of those out, because I think your backup mag it's good to have a backup 20 round mag. Let me know what you guys think, and leave your stuff in the comments down below, and yeah, give me your feedback on how you guys have been handling these Gen 3 Shield Arms mags, because with these I'm actually pleasantly surprised that they're working much better. And then these ridges in the back, keeping the tilt down and doing all that, that's a really good thing. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please let me know. There will be a lot of shooting footage in the background of me shooting these things because, well, got to put them through their paces. If you guys want to support the channel, please like, subscribe. You can do super thanks. You can do all sorts of other stuff. But please, thank you guys so much for everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, be a hoodlum.